Thanks very much. And it's great to talk to you today and to follow on from Raza. So I want to talk about an ongoing project where we're working with the Connected Places Catapult and other organizations across Birmingham City in the UK. It builds upon a previous engagement that we had with the City Council and other partners across the city. And we're thinking about unlocking Birmingham's digital future and the opportunities that digital twins create for the city. So I'm going to talk to you about powering a federated digital twin ecosystem. Hopefully you'll understand that and also the opportunities that come from that. I'm James Bellingham. I'm from Siemens Advanta, and I'm the lead on this project from the Siemens side. So we're working as part of a wider program called Diatomic, which stands for Digital Innovation for Transformative Change. And it's all about accelerating innovation in the West Midlands. And it's led by the Connected Places Catapult and involves at the moment 3 universities, so Birmingham City, the University of Birmingham, and Aston University, including others like the City Council. And it's thinking about driving global investment into innovation, supporting local SMEs, small medium enterprises, and enhancing kind of data-driven decision making, especially at a local level. We're enabling digital twin use cases. So all of that goal is to build those digital twin use cases around a base platform and thinking about this platform a little differently to a typical approach. So we had these principles of it needing to be connected. So connected to the city, connected between different applications, thinking about federated approach to digital twin. So not necessarily having one digital twin of the city, but creating lots of different digital twin applications that would be done by different partners and that need to be brought together in a way that enables a creation of something greater than the sum of its parts. And we're thinking about scalability from the start. So we start with 3 different use cases, 3 partners, but thinking about how that will grow into the future as an underpinning element of how we approached it. The platform strategy. So we thought about different ways of looking at this base platform, and we collaborated with all of the different partners, and we decided to move away from a layered architecture that, because of some of the challenges around it potentially becoming monolithic and hard to manage with all these different contributors, and how do we enable that separation between different interests but still allow collaboration. And that's where we came to this microservices based approach, so a composed architecture, and I'll explain what we mean by that. We have broken down the different elements into modular building blocks, and these could be built by different partners, and including Siemens, but other partners like the universities, and in the future could be anyone collaborating on the platform. Those building blocks encapsulate a particular capability. So it might be user access management. It might be also something like, it might also be data integration from sensors across the city or mapping capability. And then we want to create these composed blocks and communicate between them with APIs. It's an API-driven approach. And then the solutions, the different use cases are built from these building blocks. And you can see here, for example, using some shared components, using some specific components, allowing multiple different use cases to be built using those shared functionalities. And this allows us to maximize reusability. So between the different use cases, allowing one organization or a partner to build something that could be utilized by others, increasing the reach of their innovation, and also looking at exchangeability, which I did check is a word, but being able to change between the different components. So as long as it's performing the same it's using the same APIs and communicating in the same way. It could be swapped out for a different component, and even the whole platform could be swapped to a different cloud, and swapping out cloud specific components for ones of a different cloud or open source. At the moment, we're using Microsoft Azure for the cloud for this. And to give you a glimpse into the different use cases that the universities are developing. So Birmingham City is looking at traffic and air quality. And so they're supporting a variety of different user groups across the city to take more active transport and find greener routes, rerouting deliveries to avoid congestion and help to improve the air quality, and also putting AI models in the hands of the public and allowing them to look at the interaction between air quality and traffic and how it could be improved. University of Birmingham in the middle, they're looking at energy systems and data, ingesting and layering up these different publicly available data sets, and then looking at things around like the performance of housing, the capacity of energy networks, visualizing kind of future changes for retrofit of properties. And Aston are looking all into fuel cells and digital twin of a fuel cell, creating a model to predict how usage will impact a fuel cell over time. And they're looking at remaining useful life and health of different fuel cells and integrating data from real world fuel cells. And then Siemens is supporting a slightly different capacity to what we would typically do, enabling the developers within the different teams to build upon the platform and build the platform together. And we also supported with the creation of a user interface framework, which I'll discuss. But it's all about converting the research outcomes into operational applications that can live on beyond the length of the research project. So this is a glimpse into the user interface framework that's allowing the easy creation of front ends to showcase the work that's being done in the different applications and to allow people to get started quickly. And just to talk briefly on the opportunities for growth beyond the partners of the project. So this platform and the approach really allows people to start fast, utilizing the modular platform and this user interface framework. It's driving learning and collaboration between different partners. So new organizations can come on, connect to the city data and create new use cases with their own applications that are linked into this kind of central access point, and really focusing on this ecosystem approach and now allowing knowledge exchange between lots of different diverse partners, for example, small medium enterprises and organizations of all scales and public, private, but really coming together to drive this digital future for Birmingham. So thank you. I'll finish there.
So James, our first question is for you. It says, despite the modularization and the benefits you're striving towards, I believe you still end up with an API spaghetti that will struggle to scale with centralized deployments. How do you see this being different? How do you see this being different towards architectures?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd say that. So we understand the challenges that come from trying to enable so many different partners, and that was the reason for going for this approach. And there needs to be one of the main ways to manage this is going to be around governance of the platform and ensuring the way in which APIs are used and the way in which the modules are created. It ensures standardization and ensures that despite the applications and the building blocks being performing different functions, that they will still communicate in a way that is standardized. And not all I guess that's the main approach. I don't want to go too into the detail, but it's something we can certainly discuss. But we've thought about this at length.
James, back to you. are you using, or did you look at FIWare for data sharing? It seems to be a particularly popular approach being used in Europe.
Yeah, so we looked at a number of different sort of open source or other proprietary kind of applications and platforms and frameworks and things for for this project. And what we yeah, we there were definitely lots of really interesting, especially open source initiatives happening. Um, the we had we had this goal of trying to enable something for Birmingham that could be built and grow from there, and this focus on a composed solution architecture and putting and allowing a level of kind of control and enablement for the project partners is that we haven't looked specifically at fireware, but there's lots of other things that we looked at, and it's a space that's growing and developing constantly. So yeah, I think yeah, the approach that we took was wanting to build something that specifically enabled the goals that we had of the project.
Our next question here to both of you, so we'll go to James and then Teresa. As digital twin capabilities are maturing and we move into these more robust implementations, what are the key challenges that you are facing, and what are the most intractable problems or sources of pain and difficulty?
Yeah, so when we look at digital twins, we think about how they're maturing, and it's a field that is maturing at pace, and there are so many different solutions that can be used, and trying to align on the on different kind of technologies, different standards, different approaches, which are all kind of diverse and going in slightly different directions, or the same thing done in different ways. Was trying to, how do we bring together some kind of collaboration across organizations and groups that using different technologies and different approaches, and that's what we've kind of tried to do really, and there's still ways to go to ensure that that is possible, but I think that's one of the main ones really.